Hey, everybody.
Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the Wacky Gamer Podcast.
Sorry that we weren't here last week.
I was actually here last week. Jeff forgot about me when he went on vacation. I've been stuck in his basement for a week. Plus side, I lost 16 pounds.
Did you really?
Yep. Downside, I ate half of your board games.
Oh, fucker.
Yeah, I know. I've been crapping out Monopoly pieces for like 3 days straight.
That's gotta be weird.
The hotels burn.
Yeah?
Let me tell you. Yeah. It's I don't even know. Think about pooping glass.
So the real reason we were out was because I was in Vegas
Mm-hmm.
and having surgery.
Okay, well, he wasn't having surgery in Las Vegas. That makes it sound like he had
No,
like...
I had surgery on Wednesday and was in Vegas on Thursday,
There
which
you
I
go.
highly recommend if you can swing it.
Yeah, if you're going to recover from surgery, why not do it in the Sin City capital of America? You know, a nice 110 degrees. That's really conducive to recovering. And then copious amounts of alcohol.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's what kept Elvis so healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
it's
where he
pickled so many people.
lived. Mm-hmm.
We figure we go over some emails because we're like delayed and we didn't do it last time.
We should do that. We owe it to the people.
And I got yelled at by who is Kong Kegzo on YouTube
Kong Kegzo?
because he had actually sent this in for the last podcast and I didn't read it because I
Burn.
didn't remember it off the top of my head. But anyway, he said, I subscribe through iTunes and your podcast start from number 6. I don't know if Adam just numbered it or if it was too explicit to put on iTunes. No, we have them all. They are available. They're all named the same, so if you can figure out the file name, you can backtrack. Anyway, could you maybe do something about Assassin's Creed 2? What are we supposed to do about Assassin's Creed 2?
We have to find a way to stop Assassin's Creed 3. It's too late for Assassin's Creed 2.
Or
The
Assassin's
game's
Creed
out.
Brotherhood, sorry.
The game's out.
He
have
said
to...
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Oh, the third one?
Yes, the third one.
Well, you know what? I've already started a petition
I just like
to
the,
prevent it from being released.
I like the wording. I assume he's like, can you talk about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? But he just said, could you maybe do something about Assassin's
No,
Creed
that's
Brotherhood?
a call to arms. I'm going to say, everybody who listens to this podcast, we have to do something about Assassin's Creed. It's an overrated video game that I do not enjoy.
Why?
Why? Because I hate games where I have to sneak up on people.
You don't have to sneak up. You can just walk up to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I get
Just
killed.
walk right up to him and knife him in the throat. Just don't be surprised when other people come.
Exactly, and then
And
I
you
get
fight
killed.
him off. No, you don't get killed unless you suck at games, which
Well-
you've already proven you do.
Oh God. Hate-
Okay, so, and then one other comment he's got on here. Number 27 on YouTube has got a problem where the last minute, it's just a loop of Adam saying, that giant fucking thing tastes really good. That giant fucking thing tastes really good.
Nope, that's not an error. I actually repeated myself for a full minute. That's not a loop. That giant fucking thing tastes really good. That giant fucking thing tastes really good. That giant fucking
It happens all the time when we're just sitting here talking,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird.
It's weird.
It is very weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It is really weird.
It's really weird.
And I forgot that you guys missed out on the shit ass punch recipes when I asked people to send in shit ass punch
Oh.
recipes. I forgot to grab the ones off YouTube, so we'll visit them at another time. But these are the ones that people actually emailed to podcast@wackygamer.com if you're interested.
Can you explain what shit ass punch is?
All the requirement was for shit ass punch was
Mm-hmm.
I said shit ass punch
No, that's
in the podcast, and then I said send in your recipes. They got to be food products and
products.
edible.
and edible, and
They-
they can't kill people.
They can't kill people. But this one, definitely not edible. Okay, so this is from Jasper, who's also Thunder, I believe. In order to make this, you need a bender from Futurama, a knife, a finger, a distracted nerd with a sandwich, a chocolate bar, pack of sugar, a bunch of fruity fruit, 9 A's, such bananas, orange, apple, strawberries, no pineapple because you can't take painkillers with it otherwise. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
A
you
blender, not from Futurama. He
with an L.
with an L, and a punch bowl shaped like the ass of Captain Falcon.
Okay, well we got that, but I don't know where we're gonna get a knife.
Okay, so cut the fruit into nice pieces. Make the distracted nerd cut his sandwich with a knife. Wait, you did this in advance, didn't you? Empty the entire pack of chocolate bars in the blender. Sprinkle the sugar onto the fruit. Make Bender, the robot, put the fruits into the blender. Blend it and put it in a punch bowl shaped like the ass of Captain Falcon. take a sip to check if it tastes good, and afterwards scream shit-ass punch.
I would drink that.
Now drink. This was gay as hell, ×3.
I would drink that.
He would see, and that proves that Adam's gay.
Well, that one's totally legit. That's edible.
And this guy, a lot of our fans tend to be younger. This Jasper is, and he said he watches our videos because he wants to do what we're doing. So that's cool.
Oh, Jasper, you can do so much better.
Yeah, you can.
Try harder.
And
Try
that was the
harder
other
than
thing
us.
we asked. Why the hell do you listen to this shit? Right?
Yeah.
We got a lot of emails on that. This
Wait.
one, what?
What about the shit punch?
I'm just going through them in order. So
All right.
this one's from John Morrison. You're both funny, and the gay jokes are endless. What is not to like? I like hearing a podcast that feels like I'm hanging out with friends talking about nerdy things, although we have less gay talk.
That's the first time anybody's called me a friend. That felt good. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you for giving him an ego now, John.
You know what? I am.
He's going to
I
walk
am
around
friendly.
and thinking he's worth something now.
I am. I have self-worth. I'm going to start wearing ties.
Ayunu Kozma, which I know I've pronounced his name wrong, he said just call me Ian. What I wanted to say is that if you have the time, you should check out Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It's a horror survival game. Do you like horror survival games?
Yeah, I think they can be fun.
I can't really get into them. The only one I got into was Eternal Darkness on the GameCube.
well, what's your criteria for horror survival games?
I don't know.
Does the new Dead Rising, does that count as a horror survival game?
No, it's kind of like a zombie.
Well, zombies a horror
zombie
genre.
horror game, but not horror survival, like Resident Evil.
Yeah, I guess. I like them. I don't know. I haven't been scared of one since Resident Evil 1.
Well, there you go.
Like Resident Evil 1, do that with the lights
Eternal
off.
Darkness got me jumping a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I like that, but
Okay.
it's hard for me to stay focused. I want just shooting people quick.
So this one's from Skynet.
Oh,
You remember Skynet?
that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm not going to read it because this is how half of his email is cut off. Like the right half. I don't mean like...
Oh, like
So-
it's cut down the middle.
Yeah, it goes, I finally watched Genital, I Me, Opera. Anyway, bad. The songs, Any Sense Because, Don't Rhyme, and Of an Opera.
Oh, he's totally right. Repo the Genetic Opera sucks. All right, you were right, Skynet, and I hate the fact. I love the fact that I can understand that from half an email, but it is the worst. It is intolerable. It's like somebody took a little girl's notebook of love letters and put them to like the crappy like preset Casio Keytar soundtracks. It's the worst. Oh, I hate you.
Okay, so see if you can discern what he's saying here.
All right.
A scene where Paris Hilton falls off because of all cosmetic surgery, like Michael Jackson fucked too soon.
Yeah, because all of her skin falls off at the end when she's freaking doing her singing thing. I'll say this: when Paris Hilton's skin falls off in that movie, it's the hottest she's ever been. Because she's, I look at her, I'm like, oh, finally, she's close to death. Like we can get rid of her and move on to another pseudo
I can't
celebrity
believe
whore.
you got that out of that. That's
course
pretty
I did.
Fantastic. So the last thing is, can you and Adam talk about Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer movie pissed me. So I assume the Rise of the Silver Surfer pissed him off.
Well, what did you, Jeff? What did you think of Rise of the Silver Surfer?
I didn't even see it because
Really?
I didn't think that was the second Fantastic
Yeah.
Four movie. I thought the first one was terrible enough.
The first one, here's the thing.
The first one was bad but watchable. I got through it.
I've been able to watch that movie like probably 3 times. Reason being, there's only one good part of the movie, of the first one. It's when the Thing starts beating up Doctor Doom. It is so cool. That's maybe 5 minutes out of a 2-hour movie. But the second one, I actually thought the second one was better. That's not saying much. But man, like Galactus being a big cloud, it's like I paid money to watch it. He's a cloud at the end. It's a storm. Galactus is a storm that eats planets. No, I get why you didn't have him in the pink garb. All right, because pink and purple doesn't really read well on camera. That being said, he could have been some kind of giant robot. He could have been something.
Like Transformer?
It could have been like a Transformer, exactly. Just not a pink and purple Transformer. You know,
Why not pink and purple
pink
Transformer?
and purple. It just pink and purple doesn't read well.
What if he had the pink highlights?
Well, we're not talking about his hair. He'd have to take off his helmet to see that. I'd always imagined him a strawberry blonde.
Like a virtual strawberry shortcake kind of character?
Well, I don't think he has as many
A
freckles.
strawberry shortcake Transformer.
That would be the lamest Transformer ever.
Probably.
You know what? Why don't they make Transformers that actually do things for adults, like an actual fan?
Like a vibrator?
Well, yeah, like a vibrator or a fan or a remote control that you could also turn into a robot. Kind of fun.
PSP.
PSP.
They kind of had that in the Transformers 2 movie.
Yeah,
In the kitchen scene. But whatever.
it was
Getting
neat.
sidetracked.
Just saying.
So you thought it was terrible.
I thought I thought it was terrible, and yet better than the first Fantastic Four movie. But that's setting the bar low.
Maybe I should see it.
I'd give Rise of the Silver Surfer 1 star, whereas the Fantastic Four movie gets a half a star. It's out of 400 stars.
That's
So just
I was having that argument with myself today because I was reading some reviews for hotels because I'm going to be doing some travel, and someone gave this one hotel half a star, and no one else gave it any stars.
Ooh.
And I was thinking to myself, well, maybe this person's star system is just a little different than everyone else's. Maybe they thought it was out of 300 or something.
Yeah, they're from a different galaxy. They have a whole different star system.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
fun.
you get that? That was horrible.
That was pretty bad.
Why do we let you talk?
You need somebody to fill in the time while you're reading emails.
Ah, good point.
See? I have a
Funny
purpose.
enough, I got another email queued
Hey,
up.
you
You
got
want
it
to hear
queued
about
up
it?
and ready? Let's do it.
This one's from Martin.
It's what's weird? He actually spells it that way.
There's actually two A's.
Martin.
I assume he's from the Netherlands or
inflections.
something like that. Okay, so you asked why we listen to the podcast again. Well, I do it while I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 online. I assume that's not MechWarrior 2. He put MW2. I know everyone is going to say, you freaking idiot, you won't hear all the footsteps and shit, but I don't care.
Yeah, I'll say this. He's like the fifth person I've talked to that actually listens to us while they play Modern Warfare. And apparently, people get into kind of a zen state while they do it, and they get really good at Modern Warfare because they're not really focused too much on the game.
It's interesting. You kind of get in that thing where you're not stressed about it, so you become really good at it.
Yeah, that's how I can get to level 23 on Dr. Mario. I have to just zone out and not
Yeah.
think.
Well, that's like when I was a kid, I was in a Nintendo competition.
Oh God, you suck, Jeff. You're such a
No,
nerd.
it's fucking good.
Yeah,
But one of the games, the final game in the set, it was the racing game. I forget the name of the racing game.
F-Zero.
Maybe, but Mario. You had to get through a level Mario, and then Tetris. Tetris was the final. So you had a time trial on both Mario and the racing game, and then Tetris was all score. And oh my God, like I was behind everyone else on Tetris, but fucking smoked them
Yeah,
on Tetris. Like just
but you were
because
behind
I got
everybody before Tetris.
and then smoked past everybody on
Well, did
Tetris
you
because
wait
I got into that state.
Did you wait to get the Tetrises?
Absolutely, but
See,
I was
that's how
kind
the
of in that
dummies
zone.
lose.
What?
No, that's how they lost because
Yeah.
they were going for the one line.
No, they were trying. They're just not as good as me.
I'm just.
But
saying.
I got into that state where like I'm thinking of Adam saying some dumb shit. That's where I was in
Yeah,
at the time.
I'm imagining that in the future I'm going to know this overweight man who's going to say a lot of dumb crap. I'll just pretend I can hear him.
Oh, Martin's calling Kegso. So this is his second email. But he wanted to know what music do you guys listen to. I'm not going to read all the bands because he listed fucking 40 of them. But he's like the Beatles, AC/DC, Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Blues Brothers. What music do you like, Adam?
I'm a big fan of the Pixies, Weezer, but only the Pinkerton album, and the Rentals, which is the bassist from Weezer after he got kicked out after Pinkerton moved to Spain, went insane, and started a really weird
He
band.
moved to Spain and went insane.
That's one of their songs.
Yeah?
No.
Why isn't it one of their songs?
Well, it sounds like one of their songs. If you had a keyboard and then two kind of hot chicked voiced women singing.
Two hot chick voice.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like Ace of Base.
It's like Ace of Base, but good.
Ouch. My dad was an Ace of Base.
Ow.
I'm just
God.
kidding.
How would you live that down? Here's if you could pick one famous person not to be related to who hasn't murdered, can't be a murderer, can't be a criminal.
Uh-huh.
What do you think would be the most embarrassing famous person to have as a parent?
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
He would ruin birthday parties
And not know it.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary Busey can't really be like, Dad, you have to slow down, Dad. Wizards in my eyelids. Like, what do you say to that?
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think Tony Danza.
Why? What's wrong with Tony Danza?
I just don't like the fact he has to be called Tony in everything that he performs in.
Oh,
yeah, that's it.
All right. So my bands.
Yeah.
If I were to pick a top 3, I would put No Doubt on there. There's no there's no secret there, and I don't know why.
No
I don't know
Doubt
why.
is the ace of base of ska.
I'm actually gonna go with 4.
All right, because No Doubt doesn't count as a band.
Whatever, but No Doubt's good. Beck.
Oh, Beck is a good one. Beck's nice.
Beck. The Impossibles.
Don't know.
Relatively obscure, but they're pretty popular. Go see the Impossibles anthology. It's really, really good. I think it's on iTunes. And Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine, also a great band.
I can listen to Rage Against the Machine all day.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of other bands. I mean, I listen to every genre. I like a lot of old rap.
Yeah.
Like pre-2000.
Yeah. Well, I like a lot of rap. You ever listen to Deltron 3030?
A little.
That is a great album.
I just made a hand gesture and realized no one could hear
nobody could hear that.
it. Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest?
Tribe Called Quest is good.
Love me some Tribe.
So I set up a channel with who did I put as my root? The Roots. Because I love the Roots. No, I remembered. So the thing was, it's basically I picked a band that I liked that kind of had those elements of like older rap, which the Roots kind of do in funk to a certain extent. Yeah. So I set that up on Pandora. I just put the Roots. Mm-hmm. That's probably my favorite Pandora channel of all time because it'll pull Tribe Called Quest in, it'll pull Beastie Boys in, it'll pull Parliament P-Funk in, all kinds of awesome stuff.
No, you know.
I got Morris Day in the Time once.
Morris Day in the Time. Oh hell yeah! What song? I can't even remember.
O-E-O-E-O.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know the words, but yeah.
Who remembers any words from a Morris Day in the Time song? I'd be surprised if half the people listening to this even know the reference. If you don't know it, watch Purple Rain, and then
Purple Rain.
Send us emails to complain about it.
About how gay it is. You want a movie where you need to drink a lot.
Yeah. Well, what would be a drinking game for Purple Rain?
Every scene that Prince isn't in, drink.
Well, you're never gonna drink. He's in like a whole friggin' movie.
No, he's not. There's scenes that he's not in.
Yeah.
If you did scenes that Prince looked gay, you'd be drunk 5 minutes in.
You would be really drunk.
Purple Rain drinking game.
I think women being attracted to Prince could be a nice place to drink.
Every time Prince sings.
Yeah, you have to chug.
You have to chug. Yeah. Until he's done.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to throw down the gauntlet. I'm going to say, please send us in suggestions for a
Purple Rain drinking game. Yes.
Yep. So do your homework. Watch the full 2-hour version of Purple Rain, and then watch it with director commentary. And after you've done that, send us hate mail.
Why would
what? It's an awful movie. Have you tried watching the whole thing?
I think I haven't lasted more than like 15 minutes.
It's really,
at a time.
really difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm a Prince fan.
Are you?
Yeah, I really like him.
Drink.
Oh. Whatever.
That's the gayest shit you've ever said.
Prince is awesome.
Excuse me.
That's nice, Jeff.
I'm getting over, I don't know.
An excuse?
Having my finger cut.
There you go.
Yeah. In the videos you'll see, I have just a Band-Aid on my finger. Mm-hmm. It's very exciting. Market improvement. Full motor skills.
This is some really interesting conversation.
Speaking of, I want to address the Nerds War issue.
Mm-hmm.
The Adam versus Jeff video.
That's
a couple
right.
people took us to task for saying.
What?
You say it.
What, Nerds
your
War?
idea. Your idea, yeah. Nerds War instead of Nerd Wars.
Yeah.
And it was intentional.
Yeah.
And what was the point?
Because we're two nerds and we're having a war. We're battling.
But how is that different than Nerd Wars?
Because Nerd Wars is just nerds talking about other characters warring, whereas this is actually physically a nerds
Two
war.
nerds.
Two nerds battling.
Yeah.
Hence the spelling.
It was a subtle, intentional spelling change
Yeah.
to highlight that it was a very special video. And if you didn't drink that whole way through the video, you clearly didn't watch it. Go watch it again.
You're not playing the game.
You're not playing the game properly.
Or
So
you're underage, so don't drink if you're underage.
yeah, don't drink. Don't drink if you're overage and you have heart problems.
Or if you're
Or
at
liver
work,
disease.
If you listen to us at work for some
Yeah,
reason,
probably don't want to drink. Or driving.
well, just keep a tally, and
Yeah,
then when you
just
get home, be like, oh, 57 shots. This
I
is
got to
gonna-
get started. This is going to be a long
I'm
night.
going to die.
Yeah.
Call
Call the ambulance before you start drinking.
Yeah,
and
feel free to stretch it out over like 2 or 3 weeks.
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe like a shot a night.
I might
Good for your
start that
heart.
next week when I'm on vacation. You want the topics that we're going to talk about beyond emails, or you want to?
Yeah. Let's.
We had a bunch of stuff we wrote down to talk about. You want to start off with one of yours?
Well, yeah.
S.M. Sterling.
S.M. Sterling. I've just picked up the new S.M. Sterling book, The Sword of the Lady. It's from the same saga as The Protector's War. Here's the thing: it's a post-apocalyptic book. I've talked about it on the podcast before. If you like the apocalypse, okay, that sounds kind of bad.
If you're a big fan of the apocalypse,
If you like the Rapture, if you're a fan of post-apocalyptic literature, S.M. Sterling is probably the best one.
now I'm looking
that's
at
out
this
there.
book. Can you hold up the cover so I
Mhm.
can see it? I know why Adam likes this book, and let me describe the cover to you. It says S.M. Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hide it from me now. The Sword of the Lady.
That's the name of it. Yeah.
And it's got a dude that kind of looks like a gladiator,
Kinda. I
kind of,
guess.
or the Highlander,
kind of more Highlanderish.
sticking his chest out with a sword.
You know the sad thing? Jeff never heard that expression, you can't judge a book by its cover. Because science fiction books have the worst covers in the world.
Most covers don't have the Sword of the Lady, which basically implies you're reading a transgender novel.
No, it doesn't.
The Sword of the Lady. That's a lady with a sword.
Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. This is
And on the cover, I mean, the guy kind of looks like, it's
This
kind of
is
androgynous.
This
He's
is
kind
man
of
fiction.
androgynous.
Don't you dare say that about Rudy. He is a wonderful
Rudy,
character.
and he's got the name Rudy, which could go either way.
Whatever. He is a great character. This is a great book.
She,
He
she.
whatever.
It is a
Look,
great character.
If you want to get in to reading these books, pick up Dies the Fires. Dies the Fires is where it all starts.
These are the gayest names ever.
Yeah, well, maybe a little.
The fire in my loins is dying.
Anyway,
Let me go get the sword of the lady to reignite it.
there's no doubt in my mind who has the gayer tastes. So,
Did you like that little subtle
thank you.
the placement?
What I'd say is, here's the thing about this book.
I've never seen a No Doubt album cover with that was that gay.
You haven't looked at the covers very hard.
I have them all,
I know.
and I'm always hard when I look at them.
And there we have
They
it.
always have Gwen Stefani on them. Have
So,
you seen it?
Here's the thing with this book. I waited a year and a half.
You should like No Doubt.
I waited
The drummer often wears no pants.
we're talking about S.M.
Oh,
Sterling.
you want to talk about your book?
The point is, I waited a year and a half for this to come out in paperback,
Uh-huh.
and they did this.
I'm still listening.
They did this asshole thing.
Totally listening.
They did this asshole thing where he waited until the next book was in hardcover before he put it out in paperback. Really pissed me off because I had to wait like a year and a half to get this friggin' thing. But that being said, great book. Check it out. S.M. Sterling, Sword and the Lady, or start with Dies the Fires. Even though Jeff's homophobia is masking him from the fact that this is a
Or
wonderful
if you
piece
want
of
a
literature.
really good book that Adam also enjoyed, you can just read Sense and Sensibility.
It wasn't that bad.
Wow.
If you're gonna go for a classic, Great Expectations, great book.
Great Expectations?
It's a good book. I'd argue that it's probably Dickens' best work. Did I mention I'm an English literature major?
Did I tell you just a dick?
Oh, by the way, Wuthering Heights also great book. Great book.
He's is it literature or English?
English literature.
So you not so much French or Italian literature.
No.
You're gonna piss off all the Euros. that we
Ironically,
have.
though, I majored in post-colonial literature from India. Mostly read Salman Rushdie.
This is the dumbest conversation I've ever had.
Actually, this is the most intellectual conversation you've ever had.
Did you read Camus?
No, I didn't.
How about Clausstein?
No. Hey,
I don't even know if there's an author named Claus.
I don't know either.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, Midnight Children.
Speaking of our Euros,
Yeah.
I've been reading Euro books, specifically Swedish books, the Kurt Wallander mysteries. If you're
Okay.
into detective crime books,
I do like
Kurt
I do like
Wallander. It definitely takes a little while to get into because he uses a lot of Swedish city names and places. You just kind of got to ignore that. It's like reading a fantasy book where he's like Elsingborg, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
I don't
That's
know.
right near the Shire. That's
I
all
don't
I
know.
need to know.
You're not selling me on the whole Swedish thing.
No, they're good freaking books. The Kurt Wallander mysteries.
But then
Henning
I
Mankell.
gotta read about Swedes.
Henning Mankell. It's only one Swede.
Ugh,
They do
God.
talk about herring
It's one too
occasionally.
many.
They talk about fish.
I have a big stereotype against the Swedes.
Why don't you like the Swedes? Because now you're actually going to get a hate mail. Remember, his email address is badger.
It's just something. There's something I can't trust about him. I think it has.
Have you seen Swedish women?
I think it has mostly to do with
Swedish women
fish.
are fucking hot.
Yeah, but what about
Dude,
Swedish fish?
we were in Denmark and Sweden. Nordic. I'm going to just say Nordic women in general, and I'll loop Denmark into that circle of trust.
Yeah.
The circle of hot women trust.
I don't know.
But we were there in fucking January, and there were girls on their bikes wearing skirts, cold as shit because it's like under 0 degrees.
See, there you go. The Swedes.
Hot as hell with 16 layers of clothes
Like
on.
they don't
hot
understand.
as hell.
They're supposed to be wearing pants in winter. Swedes.
They don't need pants. They're hardy people.
Everybody needs pants, Jeff. Everybody needs pants. There's a book. There's a children's book about it. It's the sequel to Everybody Poops.
Everybody needs pants. Or everybody wears
needs
pants.
Everybody needs pants.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's just a bunch of pictures of naked men. Hey, your dad needs pants. Your grandpa
Speaking of
needs
naked
pants.
man, only in San Francisco driving home the other day, happened to be Folsom Street Fair. You can look it up. I'm not going to describe it. But totally far removed from Folsom Street Fair. There's just a dude crossing the street, buck naked,
No, it's not odd.
big ass smile on his face.
Yeah.
Yay, San Francisco.
You're acting like it's unusual.
Not for here.
No, it's not at all.
So we want to switch one more topic.
Let's give him one more topic. One more little taster tidbit.
No Ordinary Family, new TV show.
No Ordinary Family. Watch that
Which
last night.
I saw a commercial. I was tempted to watch it, but I haven't actually seen it yet.
You know, it's all right. It's I wasn't incredibly compelled. Here's the thing. It's a family. They're in a plane crash. They get superpowers. The guy, the commish, whatever his name is, who played Thing in Fantastic Four is in it. It's almost identical to the origin story of Fantastic Four, except instead of going into outer space, they crash in the Amazon rainforest.
I think the outer space is more compelling.
It is a little more believable, I guess.
How do you get superpowers by crashing into the rainforest?
That was my question. You know?
That seems kind of like a logic flaw.
Mm-hmm. But
I figured you'd just get splinters if you crashed in the rainforest.
well, they fell into a river full of little glowing things.
Huh.
That was the explanation. My thing was it really reeks of the Fantastic Four. There's 4 of them. They get superpowers from a crash. You know, one of them's the Thing, and who has superhuman strength and is bulletproof. But at the same time, I will watch and read anything involving superheroes.
Did you watch Smallville?
Smallville, I really hated the first 5 or 6 seasons until they started actually getting costumes.
I wasted 5 or 6 years of my life on that before I started enjoying it.
It was more like I would watch 1 or 2 episodes. I'm like, oh, they're still in Smallville. Like, as soon as they started getting to Metropolis and they started introducing the Green Arrow and Green Lantern and Aquaman and shit, then I thought it started picking up.
Speaking of Green Arrow and Green Lantern,
Mm.
I've been reading all the prequel books to Darkest Night.
Yeah?
Or Blackest Night, sorry. Someone's going to rape me for that.
They
But
won't.
a Green Lantern Secret Origins, I think, a Green Lantern Corps. There's a bunch of them, and they all have little prequel stories. I'm going to loan them to you.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what pissed me off. I get these comics from Amazon.
Yeah.
It's great. They come in a day or two. But the one has a fucking security tag in the book right in the middle of one of the panels.
Okay.
Do you see a problem with this?
Why didn't you take it out?
A, it's going to rip the page up.
It doesn't.
But B, why is there a security tag in something I ordered from Amazon?
Well, because it came from
Do
a
they have
store.
It came from Amazon.
Well, not everything that comes from Amazon comes from
If
Amazon.
it comes from Amazon.com, it came from a warehouse. Came from a fucking warehouse. I don't know if all their employees can't be trusted or shit, but I have this comic book in it. I saw it. I read through half the comic. I got to this point in the book where the thing was, and I just ignored it. It didn't bother me that much. And then I went clothes shopping downtown, and I walk into one of the stores. Beep, beep, beep. No one looks at me. So I just carry on about my business.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody even gives a shit about those things
You
anymore.
would think, right? When I walked in and no one cared, I'm like, fuck it. I'm whatever. I'll just go shop. I go around, pick out some clothes. I pick out 4 things. This is important. You're going to say, why are you telling me all this detail?
Yeah, this is riveting
I pick
so
out 4
far.
things. 2 shirts and 2 pairs of pants, different sizes, because I didn't know what size I was. Right?
A lot of people try them on.
Well, that's why I picked 2 different sizes,
Oh,
right?
okay. All right, you're going to try shit on.
To the dressing room, right? I go in the dressing room. One of them doesn't fit, obviously, because it's a different size. One of them does. Take the ones that don't fit, leave it on that little rack outside the dressing room for shit you don't want.
Yeah.
Take the other 3 items to the counter and purchase them. On my way out, I set off the alarm again.
Mm-hmm.
And no one fucking pays attention, so I just keep walking. Then a guy comes bolting out the door, big black guy, the earpiece. He goes, "Sir, I need to inspect your bag." I'm like, "Are you loss prevention?" He's like, "Sir, I just need to look at your bag." And I'm like, "It's this comic book. It has a security tag in it." And he's like, "Well, yeah, you walked in to the dressing room with 4 items, and you only came out with 3. And I'm like, "Yeah, if you were fucking watching me, you would have seen me put the 4th fucking thing on the shelf." And he looks through and he sees I didn't steal anything. He's like, "Thank you." I think he really wanted to, like, fucking kick my ass.
Did you tell him to apologize?
No, he didn't give a shit.
See, I would have told him to apologize.
I told him he was an asshole as I left.
Oh, well, that's just mean.
He's a fucking asshole.
He's doing his job.
He's doing his job, but he doesn't have to be a dick about it. Just, "Sir, can I see your bags? You set off
come
the
on.
alarm."
You've never been
All
a
right.
dick at work.
Not in
There
a
you
public
go.
service job.
There you go. You forget you have coworkers that listen to this, so you can't fucking lie to them.
I can lie to him.
Yeah, you can lie, but they're gonna call you out on it.
Yeah, they're dicks too.
See, look, you're doing it already. You're not even at work.
What?
You're being a dick. You just called everybody you work with dicks.
I didn't say everybody is a dick. I said the people who listen to this podcast at work are dicks.
There you go. You did it again. That should be the new thing. It shouldn't be drinking when we do something gay. It should be drinking when Jeff's a dick. My God, will you get drunk?
All right, let's do that.
Let's do that.
You
All
guys are gonna be toasty. We got to wrap this up. So, yeah, I guess that's it.
All right.
Don't you love our abrupt endings?
Yeah, I know. Did that really feel like an ending right there? Should we? You know what? Let's end it right now.
I don't like that one either.
No, that one wasn't good.
No.
What if we just did it like that? You know, like right in the middle of a set.
We've done
Tense.
that before.
We've done that.
Yeah,
What should we do? How about with a fart noise?
done that. Done that before.
We've done that.
We've done belches.
Oh, well, why don't we just end it by telling them that they should check us out at Vsauce, listen to more Wacky Gamer, and, send
Here,
us some
I have a
comments.
good ending. I have
Oh,
a
you
good
do?
call to action ending.
Oh, let's do it.
If you haven't already, go on to iTunes and rate us. We need ratings and reviews. We haven't gotten one in a while. The readership or listenership is up, but no one's reviewing us on iTunes. So go put a review on iTunes and email us at podcast@wackygamer.com.
How long was that?